Everybody, I'm introducing Remi, Assael.
Hi.
Pretty much my sister-in-law, I would say. Like,
Almost.
kind of the sister I've never had, always wanted. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
I am going to start just because I know you through my brother.
Yeah.
And we both love him so much, of course.
Yes.
What are your favorite qualities about Brian?
That's a really good question. I would say my favorite qualities about Brian are that he is very calm. I'm not.
Yeah.
So we really balance each other out in that way. He's also really thoughtful, which is super important to me. And he's a great listener. Those are three qualities that I really love about him. I mean, I can go on and on about him forever, but those are the three ones that I think stick out to me the most. Like he's just an excellent boyfriend.
Good. I'm glad. Seems like it's going well for you guys. A lot of love
4
in that
years.
relationship.
Yeah, a lot of love.
You guys were each other's first kiss, right?
No.
Like peck. No, it wasn't like there's a peck thing in like 4th grade.
Brian, is that true?
No,
yeah, I don't think so.
I'm making it up.
You're making it up.
I'm making it up.
We could pretend that that was the case.
We
grew up together, and he always had a crush on me. So
I feel like I've told so many people that story, and I guess it's not true. So if I told you that story,
we can go with it.
I made it up.
That story.
Yeah. Well, I've obviously known you a while because our families know each other.
Yep.
And you've known Brian a while.
Yeah.
What about growing up in Armonk do you like?
So this is a tough question for me because my entire life, that's dramatic of me. I had a great childhood. By the time I was in middle school, I really did not love the town I was in. Not because of the people or the actual town itself. More so, I knew that there was so much more to the world, and I really wanted to experience that. I also had my mom in my ear who told me my whole life that she wanted to raise us in the city. So I really had that in the back of my mind. And, when I got to the age where I could go to the city myself and explore and do all those things, I kind of had almost like resentment of living in a small sheltered town. I just really wanted to be more worldly. But looking back now as an adult, living in Armonk was excellent, and I was really blessed to be able to live in a town like Armonk. But for a while there, I did not appreciate it.
You wanted to branch out. You felt like you were stuck and wanted to branch out.
Definitely.
What about the city intrigued you so much?
I don't know. I love people of all kinds, and different cultures, and I just felt very stuck. And, I went to town with the same people. I went to camp with the same people. And I really just wanted to branch out in the world and experience different things that I wasn't really getting in a small suburban, predominantly white town. And when I did come to the city, and saw all different types of people and how they lived and ate and did all the things they did, it just really opened my eyes, and I wanted a part of that.
Wow, that's amazing. So I know you also grew up around a small business. Your mom has a bakery.
Yes.
I did too. What was that like for you?
It was really cool. My mom is a baker, and for the first, I would say, I guess until she opened her store, Sugarhi, when I was in college, she baked out of my house. So that was really fun growing up. I got to show all my friends, like, look at what my mom does. And it was really special that, I could see a really hardworking woman, but she was also at home with me. So I never felt like I didn't have my mom. Now as an adult, that my mom runs the small business and, she's always busy. She's the hardest worker I know. I get like, mom, like, make time for me. But I'm really lucky that growing up that wasn't the case. Like, she was always there, and even now, like, I'll call her like 10 times a day because I'm obsessed with her, and she'll be like, Remi, like, I have to do work. But it was really cool, and she's so talented, and it was just so inspiring to see, such strong women in my life. She's also a twin sister, and has a younger sister, and they're all, amazing career women, and it was just very much shaped me into the woman I am today.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Shout out to Hillary.
Yes.
That's amazing. Can you talk about how that has inspired you in your own career? Because I know you do influencer marketing.
Yeah.
And you're really into it.
Yeah.
I feel like you do a great job.
Thank
Can you
you.
tell me more about it?
Yeah, so my mom my whole life was like, you gotta work. It's important to work. You know, you can't just get married and expect a man to take care of you. Like, you want your own money. You want to hustle. It'll make you feel more confident, all those things.
Hell yeah.
And I honestly, very, very honestly, did not feel that way. I did not want to work. I wanted to get married and have babies and
Chill.
not lift a finger.
Uh-huh.
But having ended up in the career that I did, which is influencer and spirits marketing,
Uh-huh.
I live it for it. Like,
Yeah.
I thrive in the space. I love the people I meet. I love what I do. I constantly want to grow in my career and learn as much as I can. So it's just a really cool and interesting thing for me, because my whole life I was so the opposite. And now that I'm in it, I don't think I ever want to stop working, and I want to continue, you know, growing and becoming a big career woman in New York City.
That's so amazing. You're lucky to have a career you love. A lot of people don't.
Yes. I if I didn't love the career that I had, I think my outlook might be different. So I feel very lucky that I do love the career that I'm in.
That's amazing. Can you go into detail about what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do marketing. Specifically, the niches that I focus on are influencer, celebrity, and spirits. My clients are spirit brands. So my agency, we contract and paper all of their brand partnerships, whether that's with a micro creator that has 5,000 followers on Instagram or a top celebrity that has 120 million followers on Instagram. And from start to finish, we do the negotiations, the actual contracting, and then the management of them, you know, doing their social posts or going to personal appearances or events. So we're kind of the liaison between the clients and our brand partners. But it's really cool because the specific clients that I have don't have all their agencies in-house. So I get to work with other agencies. Like, I work with a separate PR team and an experiential team. So I'm just constantly meeting people and doing different jobs every day. Like, if I'm working with a talent and the brand wants to do some crazy activation, like, we make it happen. Suddenly we become an experiential agency. So it's just really amazing.
That's amazing. Can you talk about some of the influencers or celebrities you worked with?
I can talk about it. So some of the influencers that I've worked with that, like, people would know, I would say, are like Shensia, who is an excellent Jamaican, like, pop star.
Okay.
And we worked with her on Captain Morgan for a while for a Captain Morgan with Vita Coco. And recently we integrated into her music video. An integration is like a product placement. And she was really cool to work with. Victor Cruz is a longtime partner of ours, and he's one of the nicest men I've ever met in my life. So it's really cool to, you know, meet all these people and learn the actual, like, analytics behind Instagram and, you know, what followers want to see. And it's so different for every creator or celebrity. Like, it is not the same across the board. So it's just really awesome.
Yeah. And you get to, like, go to these events and create experiences too, right? I know you travel a good amount for it too.
Yeah,
right?
If we have a personal, like, appearance in New Orleans, then me or someone on my team will go and help facilitate the content capture, just make sure that the talent is feeling comfortable, that the client's feeling comfortable, just making sure that everything goes smoothly. So I've got to do some really cool things and see some really cool places.
That's amazing. Can we talk about New Orleans? You brought it up. I know it's a special place in your heart.
It is. So following my stint in Armonk, I went to Tulane University in New Orleans, which really just was the perfect place for me. As I said, I wanted to be somewhere with culture and, you know, be more worldly. And a place like New Orleans was the perfect fit. It really has all different types of people, different types of cuisine, different languages, anything you could want in a city, New Orleans has. It just has so much spirit and soul. Like, it's hard to explain to someone that's never been. You've been.
Yeah.
It's just a special place that means so much to me. Like, I'm forever indebted to that city.
What, like, about it? Like, what are your favorite parts about it? And like, what, like, streets, like, where should people go if they're visiting New Orleans for the first time, and where should they eat?
Okay. So that's a really good question. If you're going to New Orleans for the first time, you obviously have to do the touristy things. You have to go to Bourbon Street. You have to go to Café du Monde, which is the beignets that,
Yeah.
New Orleans is famous for. Mothers for their ham or their Cubano sandwich. Domalices for a po' boy.
Okay.
But for me specifically, which is actually really, really interesting, my favorite restaurant in New Orleans happens to be an Israeli restaurant.
Mm-hmm. I know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Shaya.
Shaya.
It's also their Saba. Originally the same owner, and then there were some things that happened there, so they're no longer the same owner. But I find that like so full circle. Like I am very into Judaism. I'm a Jew, obviously. And to go to New Orleans, which is deep, deep South, like seriously deep South, and my favorite restaurant being an Israeli restaurant is just so cool to me and so full circle. We have Sasha here.
Sasha wants to
causing
join.
a scene.
Brian, can you bring her for a sec? Could she join?
This is Sasha.
That's Sasha.
Say hi, Sash.
Family dog. Mostly lives with Brian and Remi.
Yes. Brian
Well,
got her, and then now we live together, so she's mine.
yeah. I love taking care of her too.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
She's more of a goat than a dog.
Yeah,
but
she's definitely not like a dog. She's dog adjacent. She's like
I like
teddy
to-
bear vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We love Sasha.
we love her.
Well, thank you for sharing. So we got New Orleans. We got your career now. Anything else that excites you or
That
you like to
excites
talk
me.
about? Yeah.
Everything excites me.
Everything
I'm a very
excites you?
excitable person.
Okay.
One thing that I think is really interesting about me, which
Okay.
I don't know if you know this. You definitely know this.
Mm-hmm.
I am a movie addict.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Partly.
And I go to the physical movie theater at least once a week. Most weeks it's twice. So that's something I find really interesting about myself.
Okay. AMC.
AMC. I'm an A-list member. I pay $25 a month and I get to see 3 movies a week. And I just feel like the movie theater is the most comforting, homiest place you could go to outside of your home.
Okay. Amazing. Any favorite movies? Which like people check
I
out?
have 4 favorite movies.
Okay, 4 favorite movies.
Almost Famous, my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
Something's Gotta Give, classic rom-com, Jack Nicholson, Diane Keaton, unreal. Silence of the Lambs, which, come on, like classic horror. And The Titanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
You
those at the
know
ready.
those off the top of your head. You're like, those are your 4.
Do you not know about Letterboxd?
So I wish I knew all those movies, but the only one I knew is Titanic. I'm not much of a movie buff.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
Okay, well, we'll have to watch all those movies, but
definitely.
there's this movie app, Letterboxd,
Okay.
where you rate movies, but every person that has a profile on Letterboxd has to pick their 4 favorite movies. So it's just like top of mind because it's on Letterboxd.
Gotcha. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So those 4 movies,
Those are my favorite movies.
those are your favorite.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Cool.
Yeah.
I am going to ask this question. I ask everybody this question.
Okay.
What is one thing that improves the quality of your life, makes it better? Maybe it gets you better as a person, or it's just something you enjoy to do?
Friends and family are the most important thing in my life. And my friends and my family make me a better person and make me a healthier person every single day of my life. For me, I'm very much in the mindset of like, enjoy yourself. I mean, obviously, like if you have health conditions or whatever it is, like take care of your body. But I just think that life is too short to not live it to the fullest. And for me specifically, that means food.
Okay.
I'm a very big foodie.
Yeah.
And I've had a very hard relationship with food over the years. And I'm finally in a place where it's like, just enjoy yourself. Like, it's not that deep. You know, obviously don't overconsume all the time, every day. But yeah, like my friends and my family ground me and make me who I am.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Friends and family, that's super important.
Absolutely.
It's important to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Okay, now if anyone wants to connect with you, I know you're becoming a TikTok star now, so we're gonna share your profile. Anywhere else people could like reach out to you or where they could find you?
My emails in my Instagram bio and my TikTok bio. I am trying to become a little bit of a TikTok influencer.
Your following's growing pretty quickly.
My following is growing, but I haven't had a video go viral, so I
Yeah,
don't have the likes.
I want to. How do you do that?
I don't really understand. Like, I get engagements and like I DM with people, and like I kind of have this community on TikTok, which is really cool. Like, I've met so many cool women, but
I noticed your following.
None of my videos. I know.
Yeah.
I gain like hundreds of followers a day.
That was yeah.
So I don't really get it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping every day that one of my videos will blow up. But
Yeah.
until then,
I think it'll happen. It's just bound to happen. Clearly, people
know.
like you. They're following. So
I hope so.
cool. We'll link all your information on the video.
Amazing.
One more thing before we go. Anyone you suggest might enjoy being on this show?
Anyone I suggest might be on the show. I mean, any of my friends I think are super interesting.
I would love to have Morgan on here.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
one of my friends is a professional chef and baker, and she has a really cool background. In the 3 years we've graduated, she's had the coolest jobs. Right now, she's working for a food tech startup that, I mean, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that we definitely got to talk about that.
I would
I'm curious.
highly recommend talking to my friend Morgan.
Cool. Morgan, I'd love to have you on here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos, and peace.